Imagine if we could witness the birth of a world, not in a distant past, not in theory, but happening right now, somewhere in the vast darkness of space, a new planet forming from nothing but dust and light. Right now across the universe, entire worlds are being created, oceans yet to exist, mountains yet to rise, skies that will one day glow above alien horizons. And the incredible truth is, we are beginning to see it happen. Before we continue, if you're drawn to the mysteries of space and the origins of everything around us, consider subscribing. There's so much more to explore. Every star begins its life in a cloud, a cold, quiet region of space filled with gas and microscopic dust, drifting for millions of years. Then something changes. Gravity begins to pull. Slowly, silently, the cloud collapses in on itself, growing denser, hotter, until at its center a newborn star ignites. And around that young star, something extraordinary begins to take shape. And a vast spinning disk of gas and dust forms, like a cosmic whirlpool stretching billions of kilometers across. This is called a protoplanetary disk, and within this disk, the story of planets begins. At first, the material is incredibly fine, tiny grains of dust smaller than sand drifting and colliding. But over time, something remarkable happens. They stick, piece by piece, collision by collision. These particles begin to grow, from grains to pebbles, from pebbles to rocks, from rocks to massive bodies kilometers wide. It's a slow and chaotic process, like a storm of debris endlessly crashing together. But out of that chaos, structure begins to emerge. The once smooth disk starts to form rings, gaps appear, swirls take shape. These patterns are not random, they are the fingerprints of newborn planets. As growing worlds sweep through the disk, their gravity pulls in material, clearing paths around their orbits. In a way, they announce their presence before they are fully formed. And for the first time in human history, we are watching this happen. Thanks to powerful observatories like ALMA, the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, astronomers can now capture detailed images of these distant disks. What they've seen is astonishing. Disks filled with perfectly carved rings, shadows, spirals, each one a snapshot of planetary formation and progress. One of the most famous examples lies around a young star called HL Tauri, just 1 million years old, incredibly young by cosmic standards, yet its disk already shows clear, dark gaps, likely carved by forming planets. Think about that. We are not imagining planet formation, we are observing it. Right now, in systems hundreds of light years away, new worlds are taking shape. But this process is not quick, even though it begins with tiny grains. Building a planet takes millions of years. To put that into perspective, if Earth's entire history were compressed into a single day, planet formation would take hours just to get started. And yet, in cosmic terms, that's still incredibly fast. Our own Earth formed about 4.5 billion years ago. In a disk just like these, long before oceans, before life, before anything we recognize, it began as dust, just like the dust we now see circling distant stars. A violent world, it constantly bombarded, molten and unstable. Over time, it cooled, it changed, and eventually it became home, which leads to a powerful realization. If planets are forming everywhere, then worlds like ours may not be rare, they may be common, scattered across the galaxy, waiting. So, are planets being born right now? Yes, but not in the way we might imagine. We don't see a planet suddenly appear. We don't watch a world snap into existence. Instead, we see the process. We see the disks, the rings, the gaps, the slow gathering of material. We see the clues, the evidence, the beginning of something enormous. It's like watching footprints form in fresh snow, knowing something just passed through. We are witnessing creation in motion. And each disk tells a different story. Some may form rocky planets like Earth, others may give rise to gas giants, massive worlds of swirling storms. Some may never form planets at all. Every system is an experiment, right? playing out across millions of years, and we are only just beginning to understand it. There is something deeply humbling about this. Every atom in your body, every mountain, every ocean was once part of a disk like this. Before Earth existed, before the sun fully formed, we were dust. And somewhere out there, right now, that same story is happening again. New worlds are forming, new histories are beginning, new possibilities are unfolding in silence. And perhaps on one of those worlds, billions of years from now, something will look up at the stars and wonder where it came from. The birth of planets is not just a distant process, it is our origin story, a reminder that we are part of something vast, ongoing, and profoundly beautiful. If you enjoyed this journey into the creation of worlds, subscribe to Dr. Malcolm for more cinematic explorations of the universe, because out there, in the endless dark, the story is still being written.